Okay. What is going on, guys? Welcome to this week's Team Elite Weekly Call. My name is David, and I will be your host for today. I'm excited about this week. Happy Monday, by the way. Hope you were crushing it last week. For those of you that were in your city, in your state's Life Vantage Academy, I hope that you got a lot of value from it. I know based off the feedback, it blew some of our new teammates' expectations out of the water. By the way, let's go ahead and welcome some of our new teammates to the group, to the family. Timothy Anderson, welcome to the Team Elite family. Good to have you on board with us, brother. From now on, things are going to look different for you and your family, and I'm so excited about that opportunity for you, big guy. So welcome, congrats, and let's rock and roll this thing. It's going to be a ton of fun. So let's talk about three things: what to do today, the Pacesetter bonus, and the day that Pro 11 Marc Shinsato wanted to quit. All right, those are the three main things we're going to be covering. Tim, what's going on, man? Good to see you on here, brother. You just missed your welcome to the team. I'll do it again. Welcome to the team, man. I wanted to publicly welcome you on our team call to the Team Elite family. We're blessed and proud and honored to have you as a part of the team, and congratulations. And from now on, things are going to look different for you and your family. So I'm excited for you to have that opportunity for yourself, big guy. Do you have anything that you want to say?
You're talking to me?
I am talking to you.
Okay, I wasn't positive. I didn't catch my name.
Yeah.
No, thanks so much. I'm pretty excited to be here and to be a part. So
Yeah, man.
Working out and realized this was happening, so I hurried and hopped on. So
cool, awesome. Well, we were just about to dive into the good stuff, but before we got started, I just wanted to do a quick recap of the LVA. For those of you that were in Texas, we went down to Austin and we saw Pro 11 Marc Shinsato. This guy is one of the most humble and purest heart type men that I know, like bar none. And even though he's making a lot of money, he doesn't let it go to his head. He is like the purest embodiment of that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. He genuinely cares about you, and he genuinely makes you feel important and like he cares. And it's from the heart. You can tell that it's sincere. So we got a lot of great content, a lot of great training from him on Saturday and today. Just so you know, Tim, as well, and everybody else joining on this, we're going to be sharing the day that a little bit of Marc's story, and also the day that he wanted to quit. And it was a really heartfelt story. I had no idea about this. So, but before we get into that, Timothy, what were some of your highlights from the Life Vantage Academy? What were some of your takeaways? How did you walk away feeling from that?
Well, in a word, I was stoked. I would say something that was big for me was that, it was kind of my first time to connect with people that were a part of Life Vantage, and to see all the people that were doing awesome things in their lives and for other people's lives with Life Vantage kind of just put the flesh on the bones for me, and it was really cool.
What else?
A big takeaway, I guess, was Marc Harris's words, which he was probably taking from somebody else's too, but that you're not trying to convince people, you're trying to connect with people. Yes. And that was huge for me, because that's something that I'm all about, is connecting with people. So
awesome.
That really, ignited my fire and allowed me to kind of get behind this even more. So
heck yeah, man. That's so good. Yeah, Marc is a great guy. I love Marc Pro 7. He came down to Austin a little while ago, and we just really connected, and I didn't know how much of a connection that him and I had as well too. But yeah, he's totally right. In this industry, the amateurs try and convince, but the professionals sift and they sort. We're not in the business of convincing anybody to do anything. We're in the business of finding those that are open to taking a look, and that's it. So, and also some people, they put their hands up against the term selling. Well, I want to kind of challenge the main hesitation against that. There's a difference, and here's why. Because there's a difference between selling versus being pushy. So that's what people are really against. But nobody is helped unless that there's an exchange of money. Unless that money is changed, like exchange hands, then nobody is helped. So here's the funny thing as well too. We're always selling somebody on something. If you go to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a wife or a husband, then you are going to sell them on how good that you are. You're going to sell them on why you believe that you two are a good fit together. So my friend the other day, he was like, man, you're always trying to sell me on something. And it was so funny. We were on a phone call and we were just really connecting. And I didn't bring up the product. I didn't bring up, the business or nothing, even in the beginning. And this is a guy that loves salesmen too. So after he talked about how he loves health and wellness and fitness and stuff, I was like, man, you really ought to try this product that we have. And then a couple of days later, I sent him a video on it, and he was like, man, you're always trying to sell me something. And I was like, well, I'm only trying to sell it to you if you want it and if it's going to help you. Okay, that's it. But yes, I'm not afraid of the word. Okay, I'm not afraid to help people. So don't put your self-image over helping somebody. Don't put your self-image, your self-worth, don't hide from that term because you're just trying to help somebody. Okay, that's how you have to look at it. Another great way to look at it is you're a consultant. Okay, and a consultant asks questions. So if you'll notice, the people that are in this industry for a long time and they're professionals or they're a consultant, do they talk a lot towards you or do they ask you questions and find out your life? Do they find out your problems? Once they find out how they can help you, then they offer a solution. That's how you do this industry right. So if you notice whenever people are talking to you or, whatever, anytime that there's a statement, it feels pushy. But anytime it ends with a question, it feels pulley. It feels like I can let my guard down. It feels like I can let my walls down. If somebody's just asking questions, that means that they really want to learn about me. They're not trying to push me. They're trying to find out how they can help me. So if at any point that you feel like you're pushing anybody, that's when you need to shift gears and start asking them questions. Okay? Just for kind of future reference. So hope that helps. So I wanted to touch on a couple of things, 3 things, Tim. I'm going to go ahead and mute you. There we go. All right. So what to do today? Today, here's the 3 things that we're going to be covering in this video. What to do today, the Pacesetter bonus, which Tim, the Pacesetter bonus is for all new people. Okay. There's an extra $700 on the line that you have a chance to get. So let's rock and roll. I'll explain how you get that here in a minute. And then the third part is the day that Pro 11 Marc Shinsato wanted to quit. And we'll talk about that here in a sec. So what to do today? Today's Monday. It's like the starting line for the week. All right. What you want to do today is take a minute to write down your activity goals, okay, for the week. What do you want to accomplish this week? Now, I'm reminded of a quote from John Maxwell. He said, stop doing important things occasionally and start doing important things daily. So whenever you're talking about your activity goals and you're thinking about what can I do this week to grow myself or to grow my business, okay? What can I do this week that is important that I have to get done in order to grow myself? So sit there and think, how can I grow today? What can I do this week? How can I grow this week? So here are some important activity goals that you can write down for yourself. How many people do you want to prospect this week? Which that goes back to invitations. How many people do you want to invite to take a look at your product, business, or opportunity? Okay. Another one is how many people do you want to follow up with? All right. Another one could be how many presentations or presentation videos do you want to do or send out? Another one could be how many Facebook Live videos or marketing videos do you want to do this week? Or here's another way to invest in yourself as well too. How many times do you want to work out this week? Okay, so it can not only be goals for your business, but also goals for yourself to grow yourself in other ways. How many times do you want to get to the gym? How many cups of water do you want to drink per day? How many pages in a book do you want to read by the end of the week? Those are some activity goals that you can write for yourself. Now, I can personally attest to where whenever I don't take the time to do this simple little thing, I don't have as much production during the week. Whenever I do this, I feel like I have a mission. I feel like I have to do this. I listened to Tony Robbins a couple of days ago, and he said one of the ways to up your life, to level up your overall life, and just to play bigger is to take your wants into musts. So you know how whenever we all go into New Year's resolutions, right? Most of those New Year's resolutions are just that would be nice if this happens, right? But what would happen if you actually raised your standards of those wants to I must have this? There's something very fascinating about the human nature. Whenever we change something to the level of importance to I must get this done, we find a way to get it done. Am I right? You find a way to get it done. So write down a couple of goals and don't make them so grandiose that you can't do them. If you have a busy week coming up, then just adjust your activity goals. No big deal. So the purpose here is to make sure that you don't have a no production week. It's okay to have a low production week, but it's not okay to have a no production week if you want to build a six-figure income, okay? If you want to impact a lot of people and change your life financially, and create time freedom for you and for your family and for other people, okay? So this is also designed to help you get in the habit of developing six-figure habits. That's all it is, okay? Just get in the habits, okay? And the main things that you have to be doing on a weekly basis are these things. And if you notice, it comes down to a couple of things: prospecting, following up, doing marketing videos, and self-development, okay? Investing in yourself, all right? I wanted to touch base real quick on this thought that just entered my head on my points earlier about how consultants ask questions. A good way to look at generating leads and building this business online is a 3-step process. Very simple. Generate the lead, connect with the lead, and determine the need. Okay, so you've got to walk through those 3 steps in order to really take somebody to help them out, to find out what their need is, okay, to be able to help them out. So as you are generating leads, okay, as you're generating leads, that's number 1, then you have to connect with them. If you fail to make a good connection with them, then it's hard to move them on any further from there. So you'll notice as you're prospecting, if you're not connecting with them, then you'll notice a big drop off. And I've noticed this with my prospecting as well too. So that's one of the little tweaks that I made that really helped to increase the number of people I'm talking to, the level of relationships that I'm able to connect with those people, and then also how can I help them. So after I'm like, here's a real life example. Whenever somebody sends me a friend request, hey there, thanks for the friend request. I would love to connect with you more on Facebook, okay? A lot of those people don't respond, but the people that do respond, I go ahead and manage that energy, I match it, and I continue the conversation. And so we develop a connection. And then as I'm learning about them, I can find out their need. I've done 3 things. I've generated that lead, I'm connecting with that lead, and I'm determining the need. Where are you from? Where's your family from? What is something that you love to do? You can find out a little bit about them. And as you start to ask them questions, you're doing just exactly like how to win friends and influence people. You're learning about them. You'll be surprised how people will open up to you. People are opening up to me and telling me like what's going on in their life. People are opening up to me and talking about how they're going through a hard time with their marriage and struggling spiritually and stuff like that. And so from there, then you can determine the need. Okay. And again, don't ever feel like you're trying to convince anybody, but just simply offer solutions to their problems. Okay. Tim, did you have a question or are you just agreeing with me? All right, cool, man. Exactly. So that's what to do today. Okay. Here's what mine look like. And here's how you, I know it's backwards, but how you level up this, writing down your goals, keep it close to you. Okay. Keep it where you can see it. That way you're like, okay, this is what I have to do this week. I've got to make time for this. My goals are important. My life is important. Okay. I've got to make time for the important things to help me further my business. So that's what this does. All right. So next, let's talk about the Pacesetter bonus. By the way, was that helpful? I hope that helped you guys. If it did, awesome. I love that tip. That's from Ray Higdon. And it's really been helping me out to level up my business and just invest in myself. So let's talk about the Pacesetter bonus. The Pacesetter bonus is a chance for all new distributors to earn an extra the Pacesetter bonus is a chance for all new distributors to earn an extra $700 within their first I guess they could do it in the first 2 months, but it's basically within the first 4 months that they get started. Okay, so here's how it works. As soon as you get signed up, you have the rest of that month and then the entire calendar next month for you to rank up to Pro 2. As soon as you do that, you will receive an extra $100 just on top of everything else getting there. Okay. Now you're in month, like let's say let's say that you signed up on the 15th. Okay. You have 15 days to the end of the month. If you ranked up to Pro 2 within that first 15 days, then you've already hit that Pro 2 and you'll get that you'll get that extra $100 that month. Okay. But let's say you didn't hit it within that first 15 days. Let's say it took you the next month to get to Pro 2. No big deal. Congratulations. You got Pro 2 and you got quite a bit of money getting there, a decent amount, especially on the side. And then you also got that extra bonus money. So now you're at the end of month 2, or basically it's at the end of the one full calendar month. Going into month 2, if you maintain that Pro 2, then you're going to get another $100 bonus. Okay. And then if you going into the third month, you rank up to Pro 3, you're going to get an extra $250. All right. On top of everything else that you've been doing. And if you maintain that Pro 3 in the fourth month, then you're going to get another $250. So altogether, all 4 of those extra bonuses is another $700. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick so you can take a look at that and get a visual for it. Okay, here's what that looks like. Pacesetter Pro 2, achieve it within the first 30 days, an extra $100. Maintain it the following month, you get another $100. Pacesetter Pro 3, once you achieve that within the first 90 days, okay, that's the first 3 months, you get that extra $250, and then maintain it for that fourth month, and you get another $250, right? And the Pacesetter Pro here at the bottom is the title that you can get just as kind of bragging rights, street credit, if you want to call it that, whenever you show up to the events, for helping your teammates to become pacesetters. So do you want to be a pacesetter? I know you do. I hope you do. If you want to change lives, and this is a great way to do it, just an extra little cherry on top that LifeVantage is throwing our way to help our teammates and also for us to get to grow our business that we should be doing anyways, that we want to be doing anyways, okay? So this is an awesome bonus. I know that the qualification period here says between July to September of 2018. That's when it first got started. But just so you know, they did install this as a regular, basically permanent extra bonus, okay? So this is a video. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, and I'm also going to put a link in the Getting Started checklist so that all your new people can learn more about the Pacesetter bonus and take a little bit of load off of your shoulders. So if you ever have anybody that asks you, what is the Pacesetter bonus? You can always point them back to this video, okay? So that way it can help free up more of your time. So I hope that should be helpful to you. We are going to move on and stop that share. Okay, now we're going to talk about LifeVantage Academy over the weekend. So the day that Pro 11 Marc Shinsato wanted to quit, Marc Shinsato, one of the best days of his life, whenever he birthed his first little girl. Okay, I'm going to share my screen so that you can see some of the pictures that we took. All right, so here we go. All right, the first day that, whenever he birthed his first child, he was like, oh my gosh, it was such a feeling of excitement. And I'm a new father. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that feeling myself. Those of you dads and parents out there, you know how exciting that feeling is. And then he got the feeling of like, he was a little scared. Like, there's no instruction manual with this thing. So I'm going to do my best. And he remembered that his granddad said, all you got to do is you got to go get an education. Here's Marc Shinsato. You got to go get an education. And then you just got to work really hard. Okay. So that's what was going on in his mind. So he already had the education, and then he was going to go work really hard. So he remembers a morning whenever it was warm, it was early in his house, and he kissed his little girl goodbye whenever she was asleep. He went to work, and he came back that night. It was late. She was in bed again, and here's his family. And she was already in bed, okay? And that happened over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Months go on. And he never really even got to spend much time with her because he was always gone during the day. And one day he got a call from his wife, and his wife said, "Oh my gosh, Mark, the coolest thing happened. She took her first steps today," and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I'm so excited." And so he got the feeling of being really happy. And then he got the feeling of being really sad because why? Because he missed it, because he wasn't there. So that really upset him. Okay. But he was just saying to himself, it's okay. This is my sacrifice I've got to make for my family. I'm going to stay committed. I'm going to work really hard to give them the life that I never had, so that they, because they deserve it. Okay. So he works hard, wakes up, early, kisses her, and comes home after she's asleep. Another couple of months go by, and then he gets another call from his wife. Mark, you're never going to believe what happened. She took her, she said her first words, and guess what it was? It was mommy, right? Not daddy, because he's never there. So he just remembers being really excited and happy for that moment. But then he felt the feeling of sadness, because why? He wasn't there. So more years go on. She's 9 years old at this point, and she actually told him, "I hate LifeVantage." My gosh, he felt like that was a knife to the heart. Like, oh, I'm doing this for you. He's thinking to himself, I'm doing this for you so I can have more time to spend with you. Okay. And actually, I should back up. The day that changed his life was whenever his wife called him and said, she said her first words, and he was like, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Well, he hasn't been able to spend any time with his family and with his new girl. And he shouldn't keep doing the same thing if he wanted to spend more time with her. So he was thinking, okay, I got to do something different. I got to figure out how to create time freedom so that I can spend more time with my family. So now, catching you up to speed on whenever she was 9 years old, she told him that she hated LifeVantage. You lied to me. He asked, "Why do you hate LifeVantage?" And so she said, "Because you lied to me. You said that we would be spending more time together. And you're actually in, I never see you. You're always gone. You're doing meetings, yada, yada." And so that really hurt, and then he was thinking, man, I could either stop, I could go back to work. I could basically guarantee that I'm never going to see them again, or I could continue to work this and have that, what they call short-term unbalancing for the long-term balance. Okay. And so him and his wife sat down with their kids and asked her. I believe there was two of them at this time, maybe three. But they asked them, so if Daddy keeps building LifeVantage, what would you guys like to do? If Daddy keeps building LifeVantage, okay, we're not going to see him much for this amount of time, but then we're going to get to see him almost every day for this amount of time. Okay. Or Daddy could go back to work at a corporate job, and we're not going to see him for this amount of time. What would you guys rather him do? So they were all like, "Dad, you have to keep building LifeVantage because we want to see you. We want to spend more time with you later on." So he got back to work, right? And over time, it developed a residual-based income to where now he doesn't even have to worry about how much the vacation costs. He doesn't have to worry about, hey girls, you can only order these 3 things on the menu. Now he goes to, Hawaii with his kids and says, you can order whatever you want, you can have whatever you want, and they don't even care about the price. All right. So how would you like to be able to say to your kids, you can order whatever you want, don't even worry about the price? And here's an even bigger question. Whenever kids do come in your life, if they're not already, how would you like to be there for their first time that they walk, or for the first time that they, say their first words? How would you like to be there for that? All right. If you want to be there for that, then there's got to be at least a small sacrifice. Okay. You have to figure out in your life, what is your negotiables and what is your non-negotiables. There can be some non-negotiables in your life that's okay with. It's up to you to decide those priorities. And then there are some things that are non-negotiables that may be just time stealers. Okay. Maybe you're playing video games too much. Maybe you're watching TV too much. Maybe you're going to, the football games too much. Maybe something else. I don't know, whatever's important to you in your life, but maybe there could be a season, maybe there should be a season where you put that aside and you put your nose to the grind to build a residual based income to where you can provide more time freedom for yourself over the long term, and that will pay you for the rest of your life. Okay. Then you can come back to that later, now that you've done the work. So you work hard, You work hard. You work hard. That way you can gather the time freedom. You can create more time. Okay. You leverage time, right? If you go back to work at a corporate job, there's basically a guarantee that you're never going to have the time freedom that you want. There's only about a 5% chance that you'll be one of the people that retires at the age of 65. Whereas me personally, I would rather put my nose to the grind and use a tool to leverage my time to create more time freedom in the next 2 to 5 years, right? What if, now here's a way to flip it on its head. What if it took you 10 years to grow your business to a $10,000 a month income? Okay. Isn't that still faster and better than if you were working at a corporate job that basically guarantees that you're never going to make $10,000 a month? And it's residual based income. Okay. You can walk away. You can go take a vacation for a month if you want, right? At that point, would it be worth it? Well, guaranteed, heck yeah, it's going to be worth it. I mean, for sure, right? So you got to think about it in those type of terms. And then what's your alternative? Okay. If you don't do a leverage source based income, what's your alternative? Your alternative is to go back to work at a regular job where you pretty much know, at least for me, I know that my potential is not going to be met at a corporate job. And plus, I can impact more people. I can make money smarter. And my goal is to create a freedom-based lifestyle so that I can travel the world with my family, with my loved ones, with my wife, and I can be there for all my kids first and give them the life that I believe they deserve. So that's my spiel. That's the day that that Pro 11 Marc Shinsato wanted to quit. Whenever his daughter said that, I hate LifeVantage, that really dug deep into his heart, and he was like, "That's it, I'm gonna quit." And then they talked about it, and he was like, "No, I have to keep doing this," because he thought, "What if I don't do this? What is it going to look like if I don't do this?" Okay. And now, do you think that he's happy that he didn't quit? He's a Pro 11, and go look at the average income on the income disclosure. It's right now on the average income on the income disclosure. It says about I believe it's $111,000 per month. Okay, that's the average. It's ridiculous. Now, here's what's cool about this: a secret, little dive into the compensation plan. They can triple and quadruple dip on the compensation plan. So that means he's probably got more than one Pro 11 spot. He could have a Pro 7. He could have a Pro 8 spot. He could have a Pro 10 spot. I know people up in our business that are Pro 10s, and they have 2 Master Pro 10 positions. So they're getting 2 of those Master Pro 10 paychecks every single month on the automatic. It's the craziest thing. For those of you that are new on here, Tim, it's the craziest feeling, bro, where you just get paid by an email. Okay. The 15th of the month comes around every Friday. Whenever you grow your business to a certain size, every single Friday, based off of that launch bonus, every single Friday, you're going to get paid whether you go and you do much work at all. And then on the 15th, it's like Christmas every single 15th of the month. It's crazy. It's so awesome. I've never had this kind of income, this never kind of opportunity to earn a limitless amount of income in my life. So that's Marc Shinsato's story, a little bit about it. Then what's next in LifeVantage? Sorry, the dog. So here's what's next. The next LifeVantage Academy is actually before that, February, 2 weeks from now, Cancun. We're going on the Cancun trip. It's the Destination Elite Academy, and I'm so excited about it. Go on lifevantage.com, go down to the bottom, click on the events. Hey, Dad. Click on the events and look at the next upcoming events. After that, March, go ahead and sign up for the next lifevantageacademy.com. Tim, for those of you that just went to your first one, you now know how important it is, right? Yeah, it's very important. So here's how simple this is. All you got to do is bring people with you to that event. That's it. Just invite and grow your team. Bring people to that event. Okay, do that over and over and over again. Your team will grow. After that, it is the regionals LifeVantage Elite Academy. So if you scroll down on lifevantage.com, at the bottom it says events. Click there. It has right now a placeholder for more information on the Elite Academies coming to a city near you. Okay. After that, more information on that to come. So after that, we have global in, I believe, October in Las Vegas. So I would do your best to register for that. Let me go ahead and share with you my screen real quick on that. I would do your best to register for that while it's still the early bird pricing. Okay, early bird pricing. Get this out of here. Excuse me. Let me go ahead and share with you what this looks like. So English, the new website is up. I love it. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, yes, I accept. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. The events down here. View all events. There's Darren Jensen, our CEO, Justin Rose, our CFO, I believe, Birmingham, England Regional, Amsterdam Regional, Madrid, San Jose, super cool. Phoenix, Bluebird, Vancouver, Austin. Okay, cool. So this is actually new. The Austin Regional event is what's going on in Texas. The Denver one may be closest to you, Tim. Let's click on that and see what that looks like. Okay, so register now. The early bird pricing is only $50, and that's going on between now and June the 6th. Okay, so go ahead and grab that as soon as you can, as soon as you're able to. I would make this a priority, because just like your eyes were open a little bit at the LifeVantage Academy, your eyes are going to be opened up even more at the larger event. You're going to get to talk with some of the elites. You're going to get to see and meet some of the corporate staff, including the CEO, and you're just going to get to see a bigger picture of what LifeVantage is and how we help the world. So after that is global, and I'm going to scroll down. Okay, here we go. Global Convention 2020, October 21st in Las Vegas. The early bird pricing right now is open at $180. This is a big event, okay? The $180 goes towards your full enrollment in the event, and it helps to pay for the event. Okay, it's a big venue. They've got a lot to pay for here, and plus you're getting a lot with this. They usually throw a party, so it's the best time ever. Like, it's so much fun. So there's that. The early bird pricing ends on February 29th. So I would make a plan to register for this before the early bird pricing ends. Save yourself $20 and just plan on going. Here's how you do this business. Just plan your life around these events and make these events a priority, okay? We have a very simple system, and that system is to do 15 presentations a month, to show up to the corporate events, to always to do what you say that you're going to do, to stay in control of your business, and to promote to the events, and repeat until done. Okay, that's our simple system. You're going to hear that over and over and over again, and it's pretty simple. So as long as whatever you're doing fits inside that system, it will work, and you will have success. Okay. Do you guys have any open questions? We're going to go ahead and open it up. Open mic now. If you have any questions, then great. Just unmute yourself and let's talk about it. I'm going to leave that open for a minute. If you have any questions throughout the next call, by the way, this one went kind of long, but if you have any questions throughout, the next call or whatever, just put it in the chat and I'll see it and we'll talk about it whenever we can. Just so you know. And for those of you that are new on here, just so you know too, this one went kind of long. I broke down into a couple of different things. A lot of good topics here. Was it worth it? I think it was. I hope it was. And cool, man. Alrighty. Well, love you guys. Thanks for hopping on. Let's go crush it in this week. Don't forget to write down your activity goals, and I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, thanks. Bye for now.